Hey, boys and girls. It's time for Uncle Jay Explains the News. Now here's the guy who helps little minds understand big news stories, Uncle Jay.
Hi, boys and girls, and happy Columbus Day. Or condolences, whatever it is they're teaching you now. Well, Uncle Jay's news word for this week is torture. Torture is a very bad thing, boys and girls. It's a word that means, people are arguing about what it means, and that's why it's in the news. So let's take a look. Some people use the word torture when they really just mean things that feel that way, like Michael Vick having to sit through an 8-hour animal empathy class. Although, with the right teacher, that might work for him. And the U.S. Senate has to sit through the torture of Larry Craig, who now says he'll keep sitting in his Senate seat and do his duty. But the really real news story about torture was that Americans might have been torturing prisoners. And I don't mean just things like making them watch High School Musical or listening to John Tesh. No, I mean the real thing with electric shocks and what do they call it? Surfboarding and everything. Now, President Bush said no. We're tough on the bad guys, but don't overestimate how tough. It all depends, boys and girls, on what the meaning of torture is. It's just like when President Clinton said it depends what the meaning of is, except this time they're using the other end of the cigar. Well, something else that's a kind of is Larry King having a panel discussion about Britney Spears' legal problems. Larry King should just leave Britney alone and do the relevant topics that the other news channels cover, like Hillary's laugh, Barack's lapel pin, Rudy's cell phone, John's hair, and John's hair. Okay, boys and girls, it's time to answer one of your news questions. This week it comes from Margie in Dalton, Georgia. Hi, Margie. Margie writes, Dear Uncle Jay, I'm very upset about Marion Jones giving up her Olympic gold medals because she took steroids. Isn't there anybody out there anymore that kids can look up to without being disappointed? Thanks, Margie. No. We're all human beings, and we all have shortcomings and weaknesses. But if we're grown up about it, and we're lucky, we learn how to face it and to write a best-selling book about it. At least Marion Jones did the right thing, boys and girls. She confessed. And she made sure her scandal was in the right category. Scandals have to be in certain categories. Anybody can have an alcohol or drug scandal, but performance drug scandals are just for sports. Cosmetic surgery scandals are for movie stars. Secret sex life scandals are for Republicans. Financial scandals are for Democrats. Pedophile scandals are for clergy. And all of them together are for Michael Jackson. Well, boys and girls, send your news questions to Uncle Jay at UncleJayExplains.com. Check back every Monday when Uncle Jay explains the news. And remember, a good kid is good news.